Hello, everybody. Good morning. It's Dave Neal, stand-up comic and host of Bachelor Nation News, and we have a Bachelor recap to get to. The big 2-on-1 was last night. There's another episode of The Bachelor tonight. We're moving all over the place, off to Malta. So I'm going to get this recap to you. I take notes, read them back, no edits, no jump cuts. Everything I take notes on in this recap is based on last night's episode. I'm going to have a additional video for you regarding Sydney. She's been making comments on her Instagram, so we'll share that afterwards. Make sure to subscribe for that. I'll have a bunch of other Bachelor news as well, and I'll be going live at Central noon Central today. I'll be live on the Patreon, patreon.com/Dave Neal. I got shows coming up in Tennessee. I've got shows coming up in Phoenix. So if you want those show dates, go to my Instagram at DNeals and make sure to follow me over there. Let me see. I got to put the graphic up right here. There it is, folks. So you can go there at DNeals and you get all of those updates. All right, let's jump into it. Cold open on a yacht. We've got the old 2-on-1, no words, silent boat. Perfect tone. I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but the show has done a dramatic changing of the way they do their cold opens. They started doing this with The Golden Bachelor. They're really drawing the audience into a silence. You know, network TV's got a lot of coming up next, the weather, traffic, gunshot, blah, blah, blah. So for them to do a nice 10-second intro where you don't hear any words, you just see the tension between Maria and Sydney, I think it's very good, and whoever's decision it was in the editing room, I think it was good. Then we cut to Kelsey. She says Maria's intentions are good, and Sydney can't get over it without being right. Maria says yesterday was a clear indication of what a bully actually is. So, of course, Maria was accused of being a bully. Then she says, I'm not the bully, you're the bully. And, of course, we're all watching this going, Maria's perfectly normal, right? Jesse arrives, and the ladies go buck wild for Jesse. Jesse tells the ladies Joey is meeting them in Malta. He was like, we're going to go on our first international journey. And everyone's like, please not Vancouver. No offense to Vancouver, but they're like, please give us something else. And then all the ladies cheered like, woo, Malta. Where's Malta? What is Malta? What is that? Is it in South America? Malta, the capital of Colombia. Like, where is it, right? Well, Joey says it has kind of an old school vibe to it. And I'm like, Joey, Malta doesn't kind of have an old school vibe. It is old school, okay? It's 1 billion years old. Joey's like, Malta looks like an Olive Garden. You know, Malta kind of reminds me of that old Olive Garden, old school vibes. Joey says he's going to go to the Alta after Malta. Whose faulta was it for doing that bit? Lexi gets a one-on-one date. Let's cut to our good pal Lexi over here. I don't know. We love Lexi. She's glowing. They look sexy in the cathedral, right? They go in. Hold on. Where's the cathedral? Oh, boy, we lost it. We lost Lexi. Come back, Lexi. She's in there somewhere. We got to go through the whole... There she is. Lexi's in the cathedral. And I don't know. They looked... I don't know. Is this weird of me to think this was sexy? Is this my Reformed Catholic guilt kicking in? Will somebody go make out in the catacombs like a true believer? Let's go. All right. So then, of course, they talk with the priest. Lexi asks the priest, what's the key to success for a happy, long marriage? And I'm like, I'll take this one, Father. How about not dating on a reality TV show and finding your partner in 2 weeks? Maybe that's the key to success, is not rolling the dice with a bunch of producers who could really care less whether or not you make it out alive. Lexi and Joey's nighttime date is a little bit better than this. By the way, the priest is like, the key to a happy marriage is fertility. And the producers are like, we chose the one girl who's questioning her fertility. This is good. I mean, nothing like the producers setting that up. Boy. All right, get your rosary beads out because the producers, they literally are coming from the dark side here. All right, Joey opted in the evening date for his pink sweater, a darker salmon pink, actually, he wore. Lexi opens up about medical struggles, stage 5 endometriosis, reproductive condition, says she wants a family of her own so badly, and she's only opened up to her ex, who dumped her because she might not be able to have his children. Now, I'm just guessing. I hate to play the devil's advocate here. I'd hate to advocate for the devil, but I'm guessing he's got a different story. I mean, I have a hard time believing someone's like, you can't sire my children. Done, out with the. No, I don't. Maybe that's the case. Maybe they had a real heart to heart. But then again, she's like they're all so young. Are they even having these conversations? I never had a conversation with a partner when I was 23 or 24 about what I wanted in the future. The only conversations I had was, do you want me to pick up the 4 Loko Loco, or do you want to get it? You know what I mean? Hey, it was the early 2000s. It was a different time. So anyway, Joey, with the perfect level of compassion, says lots of other ways to create a family. Joey gives a fantastic response to a very unique and unexpected convo for a first one-on-one date together. Joey's like, there's plenty of ways to consummate a relationship. We could have twins from a blowjob, I've heard. I've read that in the news. We could, no. Okay, you could adopt, whatever. Sydney says, okay, so then we go off to Sydney. She says her brain is completely affected by Maria. Where's this Sydney convo here? Completely affected by Maria. She's exhausted, lethargic, breaking out. And I'm like, Sydney, I would do something about that. I would literally see someone for that. I mean, if someone was telling me they had this many issues with another lady from the house, I would say, sounds like something you need to do. No matter how sick someone else gets, it's not going to make you healthy, okay? And I guess the meaning behind that is you need to take care of yourself. Sydney should be able, as an adult, to live in conditions where she's not having panic attacks because she has to deal with someone she doesn't like. I mean, she's a small business owner. How does she deal with people coming into her store? Again, we'll have more on Sydney afterwards. Maria says she's had her character attacked. Sydney calls it torture and says she's been verbally abused by Maria. Sydney unhinged. It's buck wild, folks. Verbally abused. Could you imagine this person here verbally abusing you? I mean, that's like, what are you going to call the cop? Like, what's the next play here? When you say someone verbally abused you, can you even have a conversation? I said this on the She's All Batch podcast, which will drop tomorrow, but it's like the only thing Maria really seems to be guilty of is she held Sydney to her words. She said, you guys are saying I bullied you. You said all these things. Tell me what I said. Tell me what I said that was so wrong so I can know and correct it. But of course, they couldn't because she didn't say anything. So Sydney is emotionally drained. It's too much for one person to handle, she says. Joey takes the ladies out on a group date where they filmed Game of Thrones. Let's see, where's the group date photo? We're all over the place today, folks. We are really... Oh, there it is. There's the group date. All right, the ladies love their costumes, nice boots, sexy chainmail. They go where they filmed Game of Thrones at Fort Manuel. They do sword fighting. Colton calls that foreplay. Winner of the Gladiator Challenge wins more time with Joey. They have the sausage wheel. The sausage swings around the pole. That's how that works. Where it is, there it is. The sausage swings around the pole. And it feels like tetherball. Kudos to Joey for playing. Homeboy went for it. He's like, look, if you're going to have to get meat thrown at your face, I want meat thrown at my face. He really is a king of consent here. He's like, I'm not going to make you do anything I wouldn't do myself. And then he deep throats a sausage. My face when Autumn bit into the sausage, I was like, ugh. You know what I mean? I was like, kind of hurt my loins. I was like, ugh, what was, kind of had this like Lorraine Bobbitt kind of vibe to it. Winner of the challenge was Autumn, and other women in the group date starting to get stressed. Autumn, of course, went to town, as it were, in the old sausage swing-off. I'm sure her father would be proud. I mean, look, it's like, whatever. So my question was, is it cooked sausage? And I don't know, maybe it was steamed. I'm really not too sure. But this is, by the way, how COVID broke out. COVID, of course, came out of China. And then by the time it got to Europe, someone got a little COVID on they sneezed on a sausage. And then they had their annual sausage swing festival. And then everybody sort of slobbered on the old sausage, not metaphorically, but actually physically. And that was called the super spreader event. I don't know if you knew that. I'm just letting you know. I talked to some epidemiologists, and they said, actually, yes, in Malta, that's where the first hotspot was. Joey says today I'm being sarcastic. Some people, a lot of people believe me here. Joey says today will be a weird day. It's like, yeah, bro, nobody wins on the 2-on-1 date. Let's go over to the 2-on-1 date. The weird day it is. Joey sits in between the two ladies. How awkward. Waste of a beautiful date. Maria tries to play it off. Sydney plays the victim. Maria says Sydney is a vampire and sucked out all of her energy. Very interesting. Joey takes Sydney off for a chat. She says her body is taking a toll from the anxiety and intense stress, not knowing when Maria is going to attack her. Sydney tells Joey that Maria's been attacking her and saying Maria crossed the line. Look, here's the deal, right? There's probably a lot of stress going on the show. They're not sleeping. They're out of their normal support system. They don't have their cell phones. I mean, all the simple things. They're away from their family. True cult-like scenario. But to channel all of that anger onto old sweet Maria is just, I mean, I wonder if there's a villain on the show that she could have channeled that anger to, but just Maria's not it. It's just not it. Maria's turn. She says she wants to see Joey and further that relationship. Maria denies, saying, shut the flip up. Joey says he isn't quick to judge. Joey's like, when you wear a dress like that, I'll judge you slowly. I'll make sure that I am not quick to send you home. Of course, he doesn't want to, Joey's got plenty of different ways he's thinking about this. And again, no offense to Sydney, but we didn't really see a physical connection between Sydney and Joey pre-drama. So this is clearly a producer-driven thing. Most 2-on-1 dates are. All right, so Maria confronts Sydney saying, you know we're on camera, right? Where's that clip here? She says, you know we're on camera, right? I have it somewhere. I think we'll find it. And of course, that's kind of the funny part where you have to, and again, do I not have the clip? Maybe I don't have the clip. It's gone. There it is. You know we're on camera the entire time, right? Sydney says, you're doing it to all of us. Maria's like, guys, where is everyone else? If you're saying I'm doing this to everyone, where are you? Joey decides to not give the rose to Sydney at dinner, walks her out, and of course the rose goes to, you know who, old Maria from Canada. She gets the rose, and then they lock lips, and then someone sings Ave Maria, and it's like, okay, I get it. Ave Maria, Maria, I see what you did there. I understand. Well played. So now it gets kind of weird. We get very weird. Cocktail party. I don't think I have any graphics. Leia is upset at Medina for being friends with Maria after Sydney's exit. What did I just say? Did I just speak English? Leia's upset at Medina for being friends with Maria after Sydney's exit. But Medina never wanted drama with Maria. Medina want no drama with Maria. Leia says she's frustrated and confused with how Medina navigated this. Medina says she was trying to navigate the situation the best she can, and Leia critiquing is odd. Leia says she has a different set of morals and values. Like, yikes. Yeah, when everyone's like, well, I guess we just have a different set of values. It's like, yeah, Leia, it seems like your values are tribal. Seems like you have tribal values. You want to defend someone who should not be defended. How about everyone thinks for themselves and lives by their own, justice system of what's right and wrong? And you might say, well, Leia's just sticking up for a friend. Sure, but this is like a 3-episode-old thing. Leia's bringing it into the next episode. Leia calls Maria a drama queen crybaby. Listen, Leia's time is numbered here. It's not, I mean, what can you say? You tell me. You leave a comment. I think, like most of the time, I'm on the right side of the story here, which is that Maria is not going away anytime soon. Although we'll find out. She's threatening to leave. We don't know how it all ends. We'll see tonight. I got a lot more content coming your way. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment. Hit the like button. And join Patreon if you want to put some bread in the tip jar. Patreon.com/Dave Neal. We'll be right back after this.